McLaren have one of the most exciting driver lineups going into the new season, and they also have a new engine supplier to help them push further up the grid. But with so many changes for the Woking based team, could that get in the way of another third place finish? As with every team guide so far, let's go back to the beginning and to 1966 when England were crowned World Cup champions in football and Tom Jones was topping the charts at Christmas. Two finds that haven't repeated to this date. Sorry England fans. Bruce McLaren set up his own team for the 1966 season, with the opening round being the Monaco Grand Prix. He retired from that race with an oil leak on lap 9, but will finish the first race of his Formula 1 career around Brands Hatch, with a 6th place finish there being followed by a 5th place finish in the United States during the penultimate round of the season. The team's first win would come at the 1968 Belgium Grand Prix, where Bruce McLaren leading his own team to victory, with his new teammate Denny Hulme taking victory later that season in Italy and Canada. McLaren would win the first Constructors' Championship in 1974, with back-to-back wins to come in 1984 and 1985. After two second-place finishes, they were back to winning ways in 1988, winning 4 titles in a row before their final title date to win arriving in 1998. Last season, they retained their driver pairing of Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris, and the team ended the season in 3rd place, their best finish since 2012, when Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button were driving for the team. The pair became fan favourites through the various challenges on the McLaren YouTube channel, or that video with Johnny Herbert that gets replayed on Sky Sports F1 about 20 times a day. Sainz has moved to Ferrari for the 2021 season, and while this would usually be a step up for most drivers, the position Ferrari found themselves in during the 2020 season shows it might be a step down, but only time will tell. His replacement is someone who's got race winning experience after standing on the top step of the podium on 7 occasions already. His name is Daniel Ricardo, and he moves from the Alpine team that were formerly known as Renault during the 2020 season. His replacement at Alpine is two-time Formula 1 World Champion Fernando Alonso, who drove for McLaren in 2 different spells during his career. The current team principal at McLaren is Andreas Seidel, who's done wonders for the team since he joined in 2019. He previously managed BMW's comeback in DTM in 2012, and in 2013 he joined the Porsche LMP1 World Endurance Team as Director of Race Operations, before being made team principal in 2014. With Lando Norris in his 3rd season of Formula 1, the young British driver has had time to learn and can now really take a challenge to the cars in front of him this season. He finished behind his teammate Carlos Sainz in the driver standings for the past 2 seasons, but he actually edged the qualifying battle between the two teammates over the 2019 and 2020 season. There are quite a few people who didn't think he was ready to make the step up to Formula 1 after finishing 2nd in the 2018 FIA Formula 2 Championship behind George Russell, but he immediately impressed and he took his first podium of his career during the opening race of the 2020 season. If Norris can get off to a flying start again this season, I can't see no reason why he can't be fighting further up the grid if the car allows him to. Daniel Ricciardo brings a lot of experience to the team, and after 2 seasons fighting in midfield, he is one of the best drivers McLaren to have, as that ability to not only fight at the front of the midfield, but also for podiums might just give the team that little bit of an edge going into the new season. The Aussie driver made the shock switch to Renault for the 2019 season. While many thought it would be a Hamilton-Mercedes in 2013-esque move, it hasn't quite paid off, despite the impressive gains from the French team and Ricciardo's trips to the podium at the AFL Grand Prix and the race in Imola. The battle for the number 1 status in the team is going to be an interesting dynamic, as Norris is comfortable with the team already and should at least start the season the better of the 2 drivers until Ricciardo starts to settle in. We have already heard that the pair will try and be more focused on racing than building a fan favourite relationship, and with fears of Norris and Sainz clashing once results started going their way, this could be a pairing that might end in tears rather than friendship. Hopefully this won't be the case, because McLaren have been on an upward trajectory since their disastrous time with the Honda engines. They have moved on from that era, and Zak Brown has made some impressive decisions to allow the team to progress forward. It is great to see so many people excited about a team that only a few seasons ago had people embarrassed to say that they supported them. The financial worries of a season or 2 ago are still a slight worry for the team, but most teams are struggling this moment, and the budget cap coming in will go a long way to help this and close the gap between them and the cars ahead of them even quicker. McLaren will be using Mercedes engines for the 2021 season, and this is something that's really getting Formula 1 fans excited. If those Mercedes engines can power McLaren back onto the podium on a regular basis, the things are going to be looking very good for the Woking-based team in the very near future. So where do you think McLaren will finish this season? Let me know in the comment section below. So that's going to bring this video to a close. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope to see you all next time. Goodbye.